Hi, everybody. Welcome to KEXP. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Welcome to our radio station. I am Darek Mazzone, and I am a co-host of a great little show called Wop-Up. It's on every Tuesday from 7 to 10 p.m. I've been doing radio for a long time, more than half my life. And one of the things that I love about music is that it is transcendent. Transcendent in a way that you don't need to understand the culture, the history, or even the language of the artist that's presenting their work to you. It is something that opens up your heart and makes you feel hopeful for yourself and for the world at large. Today we have a fabulous artist by the name of Maryna Krut. She is from Kiev, Ukraine, and she and her amazing instrument, the Bandura, has found a way to present the complexity, the beauty, the hope, the love, and also the apprehension of what's going on in her home country and the diaspora from that country right now. It's an honor to have her here. You're going to love this, I hope. Maryna Krut in KEXP.
У мене все добре, у мене все є. Ці гори і небо, а річка це море моє. У мене тут спокій, такі відкриття. Ми жили раніше, ми знали життя. Ти мені треба, щоб я на зорі могла цілувати прозорі вуста твої. Прийди ти хоч раз до мене у сні, а я заспіваю тобі гарні пісні. А гори пісні, хоч інколи сняться тобі. А гори пісні, хоч інколи сняться тобі. Скінчилася пісня, сумненька моя, такий то кінець, таке то життя. Хтось на Донбасі віддасть все життя, і гори обіймуть його в небуття. Може, приснишся ти якось мені, знаний герою, співаю тобі, навчу малювати веселку у дощ. Захочеш мовчати, я буду десь поруч. А гори пісні, хоч інколи сняться тобі. А гори пісні, хоч інколи сняться тобі.
Beautiful work.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here.
Hello, Darek.
Hello, Maryna. That song is called Gory, which means mountain, yes?
Yes.
What is it about?
I was in the front line 2 years ago, and I met one soldier. He was from Carpathian Mountains. And I asked him, like, maybe you're missing something. And he said, like, yeah, I'm missing my mountains. Mm-hmm. And after that, it inspired me, and I wrote this song about one soldier and his love to mountains.
We will talk more later about that because there's so much you can offer our audience about what's really going on right now. But that song is beautiful because it is obviously he wants to be home. He doesn't want to be fighting, but he has to. And so we'll explore that a bit more, but that's a beautiful song. Let's hear some more music, please.
зради. Заспівайся, милая моя, тому, хто тобі не зрадив. Пісня моя, зірка світова, я тобі служила, ти мені ліками була, коли серце тужило. Ти мені ліками була, коли серце служило. Пісня моя, розкажи мені, чи когось кохала, кому серце своє віддала, а мені пісня сказала, кому серце своє віддала, а мені пісня сказала. Той, хто борець, ніколи не помре, бо страху не знає, боротьбі стверджує любов, а любов смерті не знає. Боротьбі стверджує любов, а любов смерті не знає. Пісня моя, зоре світова.
Beautiful work.
Thank
Tell
you.
me about that song.
This is the latest one I wrote maybe 2 months ago. Again, I wrote everything when I'm in mountains, in the Russian mountains.
In the Carpathians, and you were there on a retreat. That was an opportunity for you to go and actually focus on your music.
It was my, loneliness, the records, I'm just, all time I go alone to mountains and just record song.
Okay.
And just try to write something new. Yeah.
Okay.
This one was about how musicians serve music. Like we sometimes musicians don't have private life, don't have any family and something, and we serve music. We serve for a song. So
you're serving the music.
yes, I serve in the music.
You're serving the music is calling you in.
Yeah.
And it's you're also serving your country and your people. There's a lot going on right now.
Yes.
For you. Okay, thank you. This is beautiful work. Thank you for being here. Maryna Krut on KEXP, where music of the world matters.
чесною з тобою, друже, але це так часто не виходить з меж моїх думок. Що головне краще стане в очах людей, це правда. Я тобі радію щиро, але зрозумій разок. Але коли мені ок, я стараюся ховатися і втікти від думок. Але коли мені не ок, я стараюся втікти від думок. Так було перший раз, другий раз, третій раз, четвертий раз, п'ятий раз, шостий раз, сьомий раз, і восьмий раз, дев'ятий раз, десятий раз, останній раз, і кожен раз. О, від людей до води, від людей до води. Я сама собі стараюся втекти до води, від людей до води, від людей до води. Чого вода така, як я, мінлива і уперта, а лікує рани, точить школи, знищує мости. Я пишу листи на сушу всім далеким інтровертам, тим, що також час від часу потребує самоти. Але коли мені не ок, я стараюся ховатись і втекти від думок. Але коли мені не ок, я стараюсь втекти від думок. Так було перший раз, другий раз, третій раз, четвертий раз, п'ятий раз, шостий раз, сьомий раз, і восьмий раз, дев'ятий раз, десятий раз, останній раз, і кожен раз, о, від людей до води, від людей до води. Я сама собі стараюся втекти до води, від людей до води, від людей до води, від людей до води. Але коли мені не ок, коли мені не ок, я стараюся ховатись і втекти від думок. Але коли мені не ок, я стараюся втекти від думок. Так було перший раз, другий раз, третій раз, четвертий раз, п'ятий раз, шостий раз, сьомий раз, і восьмий раз, дев'ятий раз, десятий раз, останній раз, і кожен раз, кожен раз. Але коли мені не ок.
Maryna Krut from Kyiv, Ukraine, on KEXP. Tell me about that song.
This song called Ok, which is
Okay.
mean okay. Yeah. So I wrote those one near water, and those water inspired me so much. And I realized that it was super cool sitting alone, like months, a couple of weeks near water. And after that, I understand. So the chorus was about like when I feel not okay, I go in all the time to the water. Yeah, it's actually a super long story, but yeah, in those time I don't have any job and any studies or something. I'm just left. I'm just moved to capital, to Kyiv, and so I just saw that when people going to work, back from work and everything. And after that, I saw like, okay, Maryna, be productive. And so I sit in near the water, and I don't want to be productive. And after that, I wrote those songs, and it was the most popular in those album.
Okay, interesting how that comes, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so great.
Out of the blue. You're not lacking material for inspiration to write music. You're living a life that isn't like, oh, my heart is broken. I will go chase the flowers. But I'm curious, when you're writing, what is it? What makes you feel like, okay, this is a song I want to put out. This is something that I feel is ready for people to hear.
When I hear that some is actually a super different process, super different all the time, and sometimes I'm inspired, and like it takes for me like 15 minutes to write some song, and for me actually this is the marker. This is the good marker to be released this song, because sometimes I can write something for a month, for a year sometimes. And especially the last 3 years for me, super hard to write something. Yeah, and actually my marker number one is the super fast. Sometimes it can be like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and that's all. So I just, through my hands and through my voice, everything goes, and that's all,
Okay, beautiful. We'll talk more later. Let's hear another song. Maryna Krut on KEXP.
подих вітру нас вогнями минулого спадя. Лehkozaimystic, як сухе листя, паде намисто, на мокре свалю Lehkozaimystic, чужа твоя пристань, далека знов. Lehkozaimystic, як і сама любов. Чужа твоя пристань, далека знов. Lehkozaimystic, як і сама любов.
Beautiful work. Tell me about that song.
This was my first one, what I wrote. It was like, I don't know, 13 years ago.
Really?
I was 15, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was a different world then.
It was super different world, actually.
And obviously, the world has changed, especially for you and for Ukraine.
Yes.
I want to ask you a couple of questions. We're going to talk about the instrument also. People are watching right now. What is that thing? That looks amazing. The Bandura.
A lot of strength, yeah.
But first, I wanted to ask you something that's been kind of like, because you're not the first Ukrainian artist that I've had on to talk to. The situation that's going on, the war of aggression that's happening in Ukraine is overwhelming. So you're thinking about your country, thinking about your culture, your people. There's a significant Ukrainian population in Seattle, all over the world. But you're a young woman, an artist. When does your music become yours, and when does it become everybody's, especially Ukraine? When are you singing for you, and then when are you singing for Ukraine, for the world?
When I want to sing for myself, I sing some lullabies or traditional one songs.
Mm-hmm.
When I want to say something, I write music. So for me, it's super important to be voice in this time, to be strings of this time, to be, to be someone who can share and show what it is, what we are fighting for, and what is Ukrainian culture is.
Okay.
It's so beautiful, by the way.
It is.
Like, yeah, it's so rich. Ukrainian culture is so rich and so, big one. And, yeah, And right now we understand this. Right now we try to save everything, and especially this instrument too.
There's a you were a Eurovision contestant. You've been on X Factor. You're a pop star, and I'm seeing this also in other Ukrainian artists. There's an urge to go to tradition, to go to those things that separate Ukraine from other styles. It's not like there's great rock bands and hip hop bands, etc. But I'm seeing that there's an interest in the things that make you uniquely Ukrainian. And obviously, this is super important because, Ukraine wasn't a country it was been a country, but it was part of the Soviet Union, and it didn't really bubble up. People didn't think about it, and now obviously people are thinking about it a lot because you're still fighting.
Yes.
Ukraine's still fighting. That's a motto. People didn't expect Ukraine to still fight. Everybody thought that Russia was this amazing, powerful nation, but you're pushing back. So you have an interesting opportunity right now to present that. But what is it about this instrument and traditional music in Ukraine that you think is drawing so many young people, such as yourself, to present it when they're performing?
Yeah. So when we show to all the world this instrument, or another bands, but with Ukrainian notes, with Ukrainian folk song, with our song, so Ukrainian modern culture right now. When we present all this, we try to show for all world that we are different. We are super independent. We have super rich culture and super, rich history, actually, and super different history than Russia. And 3 years ago, everybody started to find identification, So why I go into front line? Because I'm Ukrainian. Okay, why I'm Ukrainian? What is became me Ukrainian? So a lot of people try to find identification, and the same like me. Before I was kind of pop star. Actually, I'm not pop star. I was like something between indie and pop. I would say indie pop.
Okay.
Yes.
Fine.
But right now I'm trying to use all my indie pop background with the traditional, like don't break and don't ruin traditional things on the instrument. And I try to show and try to make this, actualization, because right now we have a super difficult time. And
people are dying daily.
People are dying, yes. And we are a musician. Why I told you a lot of time why I go into front line, and I will tell right now one more time because it's so important, because I want to be a witness of this time. That's why I go into front line, and to see a story, to hear a story about fighters, about soldiers, to see this bravery and show another world, to show to all the world. Yeah, so we need to be witness, we need to find, and we need to show, we need to, I love this so much. I spent all my life for this instrument. I spent all my life for show all around the world what this Ukrainian culture is. And I hope people will understand what we are fighting for.
What is it about that instrument? Tell me just a little bit of a story about what is it about that instrument that draws you, and what is the history of that instrument in Ukraine?
So especially in my hand right now, this instrument have almost 55, 60 years old, and have a 64 strings, of course. And especially before Bandura, it was kobza. It was just a little bit different instrument. It was diatonic and not so much string. And after that, almost 1 year ago, one guy created the super professional system with the layers behind. And so right now I have chromatic instrument. I can change the key. I can play with another musician, which is makes this instrument like more, more large and more, I don't know. Like you can use this and be super flexibility, in this. Yeah, so Bandura exists almost 100 years, and I'm proud to play in this instrument.
And it was used as a way of storytelling. These players would wander through Ukraine and share these old songs and stories, and they were often blind. Is that true?
Yeah, sometimes people who play on the kobza, they call kobzars. They was sometimes it was blind. They was blind, sometimes not, but mostly yes. And they have people who help. You know, I don't remember how to. Yeah.
Young people that would take them around and help them. Yeah.
Yes. So they use them and and they go sometimes from village to village to tell the story. And sometimes government don't like this story, like this musical story. They don't like this. So that's why Kobzar's tradition was killed in Ukraine, and
they were actually executed. They were called in and during the Soviet times, and this almost died out.
Yes. And right now this tradition in Ukraine it's almost died, but we have a lot of great musicians, and we hope this tradition will survive and like make more and more power next years. And also Bandura, players also, you know, we had a lot of repression. And right now, so like 30 years ago, I don't know if I can sing in the Ukrainian language in Ukraine, you know. But right now I have this freedom. And I have because somebody for me right now fighting in the east part of Ukraine.
This is important for people to realize, especially in the United States, is that you're fighting for your language, your culture, your land, your history, all of those things. This is a difficult thing for people in the States to comprehend, because the last time there was a war here was like 107 years ago. So this is intriguing for people, but it's also so abstract. I would love for you to also kind of address one thing. There's a significant Ukrainian population that have moved to the United States in different parts of the world. And this is beautiful, but it's also complicated. What is something that you could tell people watching and listening right now about Ukraine that could hopefully welcome them? Because this is a complicated time for immigrants, refugees. We're in January 2025 in the United States. This is your opportunity to kind of tell us a story, if you can.
You know, I think that all people who moved from Ukraine, the first important things what people need to know, that they move not because they want to move, you know. They must move because some of them have children, some of them have super small children, and of course I understand people who don't want to live in the Ukraine because, you know, air sirens every day and bombs and rockets, and of course, a lot of people want to back to home. All the time when I perform around America and Canada, I say, okay, see you in Kyiv or see you in Lviv in my concerts. And I can identify who is Ukrainian, who is not, because I can see tears, you know, in the face when I say this. And so I just want to say that these people, maybe 10% or less want to leave this because they want to leave. You know, we don't need forget what is refugees. Refugees when you can live in your home. And I hope a lot of young people, a lot of smart people, the best people will learn something here and will back to home soon to build a new country.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you, Darek.
Thank you, Maryna Krut. Thanks for being here. I hope to see you in Ukraine. Welcome you back here. It's been an honor.
Welcome to Ukraine.
To have you. This is KEXP 90.3. I'm Darek Mazzone. And thank you, everybody, for making this wonderful thing happen. Also, we're a nonprofit arts organization, so please go to kexp.org and continue to support us so we can continue doing this great work. Slava Ukraine.
Героям слава. Thank you.
Discover new music at listener-powered KEXP.org.